Hey Jennifer. I've been sitting here just coloring and I thought, well, maybe I should turn the camera on. And hopefully you guys can see. Right now my eyes are messed up and they're really fuzzy. I'm not having a good eye day. You guys have that? So I've been watching videos and I've just been coloring. And so I thought I'd color with you. This is probably not the best angle. I don't know. I have you front facing, so I can't zoom in. I've got you as close as I can. Is it my eyes fuzzy or the camera fuzzy? I don't know. Could be both. So this I'm coloring in Twilight Garden. This is my first picture in this book. And right now I'm just coloring these leaves. So I got spring green, lamb peel, and moss green. And did the little frog in the other. I got pencils everywhere because because I'm weird like that. I'm not using that pencil. Oh, I was using spring green, apple green, and chew green for the frog. And I used some Jelly Roll. The white for his little spots. So anyway, let me see. Am I in there? Yeah. Get my hand out of the way. I don't know if it was in the way or not. So today is Friday, and it's 6 o'clock, just after 6. And hopefully I don't get a phone call, because I said I was going to be somewhere right at this time. But I get home, like I said a million times, I get home from work and I just want to stay home. I just like some peace and quiet. My husband is where I should be. There's a women's retreat kind of thing, you know. It's not going somewhere, it's just because it's here in town. And he is doing the sound for it, and our worship band from our church is playing tonight, and I think it starts right now. I'm not positive, but I think so. And I was gonna go. Kind of had a bummer day. Not really a bummer, but received some news. And maybe I shouldn't talk about it because I don't know who watches my video, but I received some news from work. Can't tell anybody yet. Everybody else will find out Monday or Tuesday. So that's got me pretty bummed. And so I'm just like going over these leaves. This probably won't be long because I'm gonna do all these leaves the same colors. These and I'm gonna make these daisies or whatever. I'm gonna make them. What's that daisy? It's on the tip of my tongue. I want to make them purple, or purple with yellow and orange. I can't think of that daisy. And I'm going to make them those colors. I should make them marigolds. Do they look like marigolds to you? What are these flowers over here? Those look like onions to me. They look like onions Is it onion? Some type of onion that is sprouted, just gone to seed. And it could be possible because these things looks like they're all grown. So we got some cabbage and some green beans. Got a couple of slugs. And these things. I have to look at flowers or. So anyway, I'm just gonna do a light coating. Kind of light, not super light, but of this, what is it? Spring green. I'm expecting somebody to call and says, "What are you?" Not coming. What else? I had a few things to share with you. Okay, is this part of the flower? So if it was it last week, Administrative Assistant Appreciation Day or something like that. Administrative, I don't know. Anyway, so my boss had gotten me some flowers. And it had that one daisy in it too. That was the only one it had. So he bought me some flowers, and it was in a tin. It was in, all the flowers and leaves and stuff were in like the spongy kind of stuff, and then placed in a tin bucket, but the bucket was painted like with that chalk paint, a pink color, and it had kind of like white highlights in it. I don't know. And so anyway, the flowers died, and I decided to keep the bucket, and it was the same kind of pink as this. Same kind of pink as that, but with white chalky kind of paint. And this container I've had for 19 years. I've worked there, well, on the 20th it'll be 19 years. And this container was in the office when I've been to so many different offices, and that. So this was in one of them that I got to keep because the person retired or something and left it. And it was still white. And over the years, it's now a yellow color and green. And this is what I kept all my pens in. And then my pens was getting overflowed because I like gel pens and different colored pens, and was like cramming pens in there. And so anyway, the bucket's a little bit bigger. And so I switched, and I brought this home. I was going to leave it at work for somebody else. But then I decided, no, I've had this for almost 19 years, and I think I can use it here. I'm sure I've got plenty of pens I could use it for. Yeah, like these ones over here, in this cup, in this little tumbler thing. What is this? Yeah, because I stole it from the kitchen. I could put it in there. So anyway, I could use that. So I did that. And we were supposed to go to lunch at Alderbrook, because there's a golf course there, and we were going to eat at the golf course. But it got canceled because I'm not sure why. It might have been because one of the boss's father-in-law had died. I think. Well, he had already died. Anyway, I think it was something happened with his family, and he had to leave because he's been gone for. He showed up for work for a day, and then he's been gone the rest of the week. And I think he had to stay home for other family members. Was it his father-in-law? Or maybe his father. I don't remember. Could have been his father. I don't know. He's not my boss. He's my boss's boss. I think because he couldn't make it, they rescheduled the lunch. So now it's set for the 22nd. Wednesday. And after the lunch, I'm just going to come home. I build up like almost 15 hours a month for vacation leave. And you're only allowed to have 240 hours. Anything over that, at the end of your anniversary date of being there, they take. So you either give it away or you use it up. Well, for many, many years, I've given it away. The last few years, I decided, I'm just getting older and I just want to retire. But I'm not there yet. So I get these little letters that say, hey, by the time your anniversary date comes up, you're going to have this many hours. And so I need to burn up those hours. Well, every June we go on a camping trip. I told you this before. So I took Tuesday through Friday and then the following Monday off. So that's 5 days. So there's a week there. And then I still had 6 more days to take. So, and it's May, and I have to use it up by my anniversary date, which is June 20th. So, I've been looking at the calendar, and I'm taking, from here until the day I go camping, I'm taking every Friday, except for one Friday where we have this meeting. So I'll just leave work early after the meeting, which gets off at 2. In my normal hours, I get off at 3:30. And so I'm using the moss screen right now. And you see? Let's move over a little bit. I still have 1 more day and 3 hours that I gotta burn. Because the day, like I said, the day of the luncheon thing, I'm just gonna go home after that day, which turned out to be around 1 o'clock. And then the other day where I have that meeting, gets off at 2. So I still have 3 hours to burn. 4, 5, yeah, 6, 7, 8. So I have 3 hours to burn plus 1 more day I have to find. Now, I usually don't take Mondays off. If we had like regular vacation, my husband, then I'd take 2 weeks off, no problem. But he doesn't get the time off like I do. I work for the state. So that's one of the benefits of working for the state. You don't get paid as good as someone working out in the private sector. But you have benefits and the security. This is what I like. This is security. Okay, now I'm going to go in with Lampion. And I'm going to color this in. Is that the right color? Yeah. So yeah, I get medical and dental and vacation and sick leave. And I get 8 hours a month for sick leave. And you can have as much as sick leave as you want. They don't take it away. But by the time you retire, you better have it taken care of, or they'll give you 40 cents on the dollar, I think it is. So a lot of people, when they get close to retirement, like one of the counselors, she's going to burn up her time. In case you didn't notice, I'm using my Prismacolors. This is like a smooth. It's pretty smooth, so I don't know what the best pencils are for this paper. And it's like, yeah, here I am coloring another picture when I have whips I should be doing. And I mean, this will go for a color your word challenge thing, because this will be the first picture in the book. But I have some books picked out. Do I? No. I have that picture, that mermaid picture I found. So I need to color that. I'm just making sure my head doesn't get in there. I don't think it's in the way. But I just felt like coloring. And it takes, I'm not a really fast color. Yes. I'll show you this other picture I'm working on. I'm going to call it, it was supposed to be a galaxy scene, but it's not turning out right. Okay, see, okay, that goes. Okay, so that's behind. But it's not turning out. And so I was watching Dee Dee. She's doing this huge poster by Nick Filbert. I mean, huge. It takes up out of her camera range, and I'm listening to her, you know, and I'm coming to these. I first colored it. Let me show you. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Oh my god, it's a mess. Okay, so I have this whip in Phantomorphia, and I had the wings done in black gel pen, and I decided, okay, I'm going to do it like a galaxy background. And I did the background with ink tints with, you know, different colors that someone else was doing. Someone else was doing a galaxy background, and so I just picked the colors that she had used. And then I, you know, activated it with water. And then I noticed it's like even with the water, I could see my pencil marks. So I thought, no problem. I'll go over it with Prismacolor pencils. And then I had these stark lines. It's like, oh my goodness, it's just like, ugh. And so I'm listening to Dee Dee, and she's saying, yeah, you use light, you know, light pressure, light layers, layer upon layer, just go back and forth, and so I'm listening to her, and I'm going back and forth. It's like, and then she gets out her white pencil, and she did her background on the picture what she was doing on some smoke or clouds or something, and she had used acrylic paint as the background. And so I looked up and I'm watching, it's like, yeah, that looks beautiful. And the white is just going perfect. And again, the acrylic paint has more tooth than the ink tint does. And so I get out my white. These are the colors over here I'm using over here. And so I pull out the white, and I had blue, so I pull out a light blue, and then I had some purple, so I pull out a light, my lightest purples. And so this is what I'm getting. And when she's saying, you know, she's talking about how she's softening her hard lines. Just soften your hard lines. It's like, oh my god, I can't soften my hard lines. But it's looking better down over here, so I'm just going to have to do the whole page like that. And instead of being a galaxy background, it's now going to be like this poor bat is like inside one of those lava lamps. And you have these blobs of blues and greens, and the water's different purples. And you got these blobs that are just going whoop, whoop. So that's what it's turning into. It's like, oh my goodness. And yeah, so I thought that was going to be a quick and, no problem, but it's taken, I just didn't feel like getting back into it today. So that's what I did last night. And then I just colored him in ink tints too, so I still have to go back. I'm going to try my hand at flicking some brown or black or something in there to give him some fur. We'll see how that goes. Well, that's going to be fun. So anyway, so there's another a whip I'm working on. And I did buy a couple of those. Yeah, I'm sorry. I moved you. Those, what are they called? Chopping boards from the Dollar Tree. I haven't cut them up yet, but this is one that I have behind this page. All right, so he's going to go back. All right, so back to here. So yeah, I was doing that. I seem like I had something else to talk. Oh, I do. Yeah. Besides the plants that my boss got me, he also gave me a $25 gift card for Barnes & Noble. So Barnes & Noble is in Olympia, which is 30 minutes away from me. And it's like, man, what can I get for $25 if I went? It's like, I don't know. So I went online, and I could have bought one really good coloring book, but I like these coloring books too. I'll show you. I bought three, and they came in the mail yesterday. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. And I want to get one more, because I've seen Anne from A Colorful Life coloring in them, but I don't think I have the one she did. So I got the Creative Haven Country Charm and Spring Scenes and Autumn Scenes, and I think I want to get the summer one. I don't know about the winter one, but didn't she did, what was this one? Country Charms. I think there might be another country one too. Yeah, she did this page, which was pretty cool. And maybe one of the other books she did of the couple camping. I'll have to go back and look. I can't remember if it's one of these books. Could be the other country book. What was the other? Anyway, I like these books. I have a couple of them. I have the Cats one. And I can't remember the other one I have. But these ones I liked, and I love country. And spring is my favorite season, but I also like autumn. Because the rest of my family loves autumn. So I have those three books to add to my... Where's my book? I had it here. Let's try here. So now I'm up to 24 books. Oh, so this will be, yeah, this will be one. My chickens act like they're laying eggs, and it's almost 6:30. So I still have, I've only colored 3. I finished 3. That'd be nice if I can get them all done by the end of the year, huh? And I've also done a few more of these little charm like things. I've been just watching videos, and I was like, oh, okay, they made that one. Well, I have something close that I could put together. I got some more beads coming in from the same BB Crafters. Yeah, I got some pearl, big container of pearl beads, and some findings, I think. I can't remember. I need to look when that's supposed to arrive. Everything else is coming from the U.S., but the pearl beads, which was the first thing I ordered, so I'm not sure how long that's going to take. Okay, so I'm going to go back in. So I have that coming. And that I want to do like one of those subscription boxes. For the beads and get findings and stuff, because I don't have much, and I figured that would be a good way to get it. And there's lots of different bead or jewelry making subscription boxes you can get, and I can't remember what this one lady does. She gets quite a few a month, and what her favorite ones are. So, but they're about, well, you can go cheaper, or the ones I am looking at are about $35 a month. I'm not doing this the best because it's not, normally I would have it like, you know, be coloring like this, but it's upside down for you. So I'm trying to color this way for you. Just trying to add in some shadow to the leaves. No. Not the best. So I watched, actually, and I just finished watching Samantha's, just coloring in the romantic country book. Not sure which one, I can't remember. And then this just flipped over. Melissa's coloring. When was this done? That was last year. And I watched Tracy's picture that she's working on with the fox. And that's about it. I've been watching these hoarder shows to keep me motivated to keep up the house. And these British TV shows are older, from 2012 and stuff. But they're, I mean, not their regular TV shows, but they're like living on benefits and stuff. And their system is, I mean, that's what our people are doing too. They just don't want to work anymore. One of my sons is one of them. Is like, oh my God, you just want everybody to take care of you and have the government just hand you money. Here, I mean, if you're poor, you can get on a waiting list for housing, for low-income housing, is what we call it. And the list can be really long unless, you know, you're disabled, or you're a woman with children, or a family with children. Then you can get on sooner, but I mean, you get a lot of the drug addicts, and they've got bipolar, mostly because of the drugs. If they got off the drugs, they'd start acting normal. But then they would lose, you know, what we call Social Security disability. They would lose that. Well, they don't want that. And of course, they don't want to get off their drugs. So it's like really interesting watching, you know, with how the UK is doing it. Now, years ago, and they keep changing it, if you got on welfare, you had 5 years to get a job, and you had to work. They'd set you up for at least 20 hours a week, and you wouldn't the amount you made there, of course, it's still all government money because you got the job, but it was government told these people, hey, if you hire these people, you know, we'll pay for their wages and you have like free labor, but they'll learn skills where eventually they can get on their own. So you had like a 5-year limit to when you can get on welfare. But I don't want that color. I had it in there for a reason. But now it seems like, I don't know, it's changed again. Now it seems like, and before you could only get like food stamps, even though it's a card. If you had kids, you know, now it's like you're 20-something years old, and you get food stamps, and it didn't used to be that way. So I'm thinking they got all these ideas from the UK, because some of the stuff that they're going through, and this was like 2012, I don't know what it's like anymore over there, but it's like that's what's going on over here. It's ridiculous. It's like, yeah, if you need help, but you gotta learn, you know, unless there's a disability of some sort. But a lot of people, they don't. There's nothing wrong with them. There's no reason why they can't work. I just don't get it. I worked doing babysitting. Started off babysitting. I've been worked at the high school I was at, especially my senior year, because you only had like a couple of classes you had to take. So the second half of the day, you worked. And I'm not saying it's been easy. But now, we could be living better than we are. Tightening up our belt, because we just spend money. We don't really save it, which is not good, because I only got like 10 years left, and I haven't been doing really good at saving money. So anyway, enough about that. So I just wanted to spend some time coloring with you guys, and I'm going to watch some more videos, and I'm going to continue coloring these leaves, and then I'll have another whip that I have to complete. Though I'm not going to get it done tonight. As you can see, it takes me a long time to color. When Tracy was doing her video, I mean, she did a lot. She had a bunch of flowers that she was finishing up. She did her fox, and she's not done yet, but she did all that, and all I did was my little frog here. So anyway, let me see if I can get this uploaded. I got really slow internet. The last video I did took 3 tries. I don't get it. I don't get it. So this is kind of sideways. Oh, it's been 30 minutes. So now it's starting again, and I'm going to have just a few seconds on it. All right, guys. I'll get this uploaded, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.